between. And I ain't slept a night since you were next to me.
There's our very own Shane Smith and the Saints bringing us back on SCI's Lone Star Outdoor Show presented by Mossberg Firearms. Cable Smith here with you. This segment of the presentation is brought to you by SCI Safari Club International. It's going down February 18th through the 21st in Nashville, Tennessee. SCI's annual convention. It is the show of shows where the entire global hunting and conservation communities converge in Music City for 4 amazing days. I'll be there, and you should get your butt there as well. For tickets or more info, just head over to safariclub.org. All right, well, let's go ahead and bring on today's guest. It is my pleasure to welcome Dude Perfect's Tyler Toney and Garret Hilbert, as well as Henry Guy Smith, tagging along for good measure.
Good to be here. Thanks for having us.
Well, you're having me, really, so it's great to see the new place. Last time we did a podcast, guys, probably that'd be a decade ago.
Yeah,
because that's when I started playing soccer with you guys. Right after that.
Yeah, it was right when we moved into our second office.
Yeah, so
it was a while ago.
It was 10 years ago.
Close to
I
it.
saw y'all soccer field. And I was like, you guys know I play soccer.
Yeah.
You're like, we have a team. I was like, all right, let's go.
But then you left us for the other team.
Okay, that's not totally true.
Yeah, our team kind of went away during COVID, and then he wanted to still play.
Yeah, I couldn't hang it up. But we were just talking off there. It's been about a year and a half since I have played in a competitive game.
Yep.
But the over 40 league might be calling my name. My brother said it's a lot more low key.
You don't have to play former
He plays
World
at the
Cup
pit
guys.
He plays there, and then he also plays at Spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's like, nobody's really tackling very hard and running that fast anymore. So,
other than you'd still be tackling people.
I would be trying.
Yeah.
That's probably why I ended up hurting myself again. But those were good times.
They were.
Yep.
Good times.
Yeah. We even won. I think we won a T-shirt or two.
We did. We won a couple T-shirts.
Yeah. Champions up the pit. And so Ty plays goalie, or did, and then Garrett's got a nice left foot.
Yeah, I'm just kind of everywhere.
Yeah. Those are the
Goalie was the extent of my soccer skills.
What position you play, Henry?
Right back.
Right back.
So Henry's always been the youngest kid on his team because they do it by birth year.
Yeah.
12, 31, 12.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Squeaking in there.
He's got in the shaft his whole career. But they are.
You play club?
Mm-hmm.
What club?
Atletico Dallas.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
But they're changing that next year, so he can play like grade.
Is he going to drop down?
Yes. Yeah. So.
And then you'll be one of. I guess you'll be like kind of middle
of it. Yeah. But it won't be the youngest.
Y'all going to the? Have you played in the Dallas Cup? Like
no.
What? How old are you?
Dude, it's a different level.
How old are you?
13.
13. Is that what Dallas Cup plays? 13.
They start at 12.
Okay.
Yeah. But his cousin plays for the FC Dallas Academy team, and those kids they're like murderers. They don't. It's different. The pace, the physicality.
Yeah.
They don't do anything else.
A great team, but they would get destroyed. How bad would the FC Dallas Academy team be?
20-0.
No way.
Oh yeah.
That's all those kids.
Same
do.
age?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Dude, his cousin Elliot lives in Allen and has to go to school in Frisco because as soon as they get out of school, it's like they go straight to practice. Like they don't have a choice. They have to go to school in Frisco.
Yeah, it's a different breed, man.
Mm-hmm.
So shifting gears here just a little bit, it's been a good season for the Smith family. Henry shot a nice deer. I shot a nice buck. My daughter that hadn't killed a deer before shot her first deer.
There you
Last
go.
week?
Yeah, during youth weekend or season, whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool because she shot one last year and we couldn't find it.
Yeah,
it's heartbreaking. But
rifle, crossbow. What are we?
Rifle. Yeah.
What caliber?
She's shooting a 243.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. How old are y'all's kids? I'm a little older than y'all.
I got 3 boys, 8, 6, and 5.
I have 3. Oldest 2 are boys, 10, 9, and 7.
So are they getting any trigger time yet?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
his are seasoned.
My
harvesters is what we're gonna say.
My 6-year-old, he shot his first doe last year at 5, and then we got him got a really nice 10 this year.
No rifle though. It's all been crossbow, or is it a rifle?
No, shot him with a rifle this year.
Uh-huh.
His 10-point. It was his first buck, and then I took my 5-year-old, my youngest, out to try and get a doe, and he flung a lot of bolts in the air. did not connect, unfortunately, yet with a doe. But next year we'll get him his first deer. So, yeah, 2 of my 3 have gotten their multiple deer now, and then we're gonna try and get Colton, my middle, his first turkey and film it this year.
Awesome.
And get the whole thing on film. So it's been fun, man. They love it. I always wanted to have a little boy growing up when we first got married, and just dreamed about being able to take one of my kids hunting and sharing that passion with them. And now I got 3 of them, so I got a little bit more than I bargained for.
See, the girls are pretty competitive, and traditionally Henry's probably killed 5 or 6 bucks. I don't know, lost count. But the girls are now being like, I want to shoot a buck.
Yep.
I'm like, well, that's always kind of been Henry's buck that now you're trying to get on his turf.
You're impeding.
So we got a couple leases. I think we can kill, between the 2, I can kill 4 bucks. So it might be me that has to take it.
You're going to be getting the pass, missing out.
Yeah.
Henry's going to start taking yours.
Yeah. But you know what's good about Texas is we don't have like a minimum age for kids to start hunting. And doing interviews with folks from all over the U.S., a lot of the western states, it's like 13, 14, 15 years old. And I think that's a problem because we lose kids to all video games, devices, instant gratification. It's good for YouTube streams.
Yep.
It's not good for recruiting kids in the outdoors. And it's hard. Like, kids don't want to sit there and not see a deer.
Yeah.
Or sit there and be like, can't shoot that deer, because you're not old enough, or its horns aren't wide enough, or whatever it is. So I like that we have the ability for kids to shoot. I think Henry was 6 when he shot his first deer, which I think is a good age. And every parent knows that. Like, is my kid mature enough? They practiced enough. But wait till. Have you taken them like dove hunting or bird hunting?
They've gone out there with us, and my middle, he's the one that just would do it every day. He's convinced that he can shoot a 28 gauge at dove and ducks flying in the air, but he's yet to shoot it without me holding the forearm of the shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, you're not quite there yet.
Henry's gone dove hunting the last 2 years, but it took until he was 11, 12, where I was like, I don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot different than you're sitting in a blind, the rifle's pointing one direction.
You can prop it on.
Yeah,
it's very safe, right? It's structured. Bird hunting's wild.
Happens fast.
Yeah.
Different skill set.
Yeah,
for sure.
Cody still shoots us when we're bird hunting. So.
Yeah, I still won't dove hunt with Cody.
Yeah, when a bird flies over here, you don't shoot.
Yeah. But I think one of the coolest things for me this year was I let Henry start sitting in the blind by himself.
Yep.
And he's shot a couple pigs now. And that's another level of responsibility. I'm leaving my kid who's at the time he was 12, he just turned 13, in a blind by himself with his buddy who doesn't hunt, which that was like
double responsibility.
Get permission from that kid's mom, like, this is what I'm planning on doing.
Yeah, like,
is this okay? And she's like, well, I trust you, and I know Henry's grown up around guns, so if you're okay with it, I'm okay with it. But he's turned into quite the killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember the first time my dad let me hunt by myself. I mean, that's a big deal. It is. That's another level of responsibility as a young man, being able to go out by yourself for the first time, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And then it's like, all right, how long was the hog there before you guys saw it because you were watching Dude Perfect on your phone?
Did you sit in the blind the whole time, or did you get out and walk around?
I was sitting in the blind the whole time.
Yep.
But he was like, no, we saw it come out. I was like, so you were paying attention. So that's good. I feel like that's validating as a father.
Yeah.
Mom was asleep, so I had to wake her up.
Oh, there you go. Now the details come out.
The last one he shot youth weekend. He shot another. He actually got a 2-for-1, and they pranked me. They sent me this photo of a piglet, and I'm like, why did you shoot that one? But that's all. That's all my wife texts me. Is like, pig down. I'm like, sweet. We'll come over there. There's nothing coming to this feeder we're sitting at. We'll come over there and load the pig up and all that. And she sends me a photo of the piglet with Henry smiling. I'm like, why did you shoot that one? And then we get over there, and it's like, oh, yeah, no, the sow's right here. It went straight through her, and you got to buy one, get one.
There you go. Nice job.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing I want to talk about, just switching gears a little bit, going back to sports. We have the World Cup coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I'm super stoked about.
Yeah.
I remember 94. I was in 6th or 7th grade. Do you guys even remember the World?
I don't.
Oh, yeah, I went to it.
You did?
in Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The 94?
Well, Los Angeles was it 94 or 98 in Los Angeles? I went to the one in.
No, we've only had the World Cup in the U.S. in 94.
Then it was 94. I went to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So I went to one at the Cotton Bowl games. It was South Korea versus Germany, and Germany won 3-2, and Klinsmann scored 2 goals.
Nice.
Yeah, and I still remember that. And I'm just bringing that up because you guys have gone to lots of awesome sporting events. What would you say has been your favorite, all-time favorite?
I mean, Rio, we did World Cup out there. That was fun.
That was fun. We were there for the 7-1 beatdown. Germany versus Brazil.
March Madness is
Crazy.
fun.
Uh-huh.
You get to see multiple games and stuff. Super Bowl, honestly, was kind of a...
It's commercialized, dude.
Yeah, it was like, I'm like, man, I'd rather be at home. Like,
Yeah, if like the Cowboys were playing in the Super Bowl, I think it'd been like awesome, but
Yeah.
it's so commercialized.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of how every national championship game is, though.
Right.
Like, I mean, all corporate level. I think that's why, like, the World Cup, Champions League final, those are like pretty
Stanley
fun.
Cup finals, those are fun games to go to in
Stanley
person.
Cup.
Yeah. Well, hockey's. I'll be honest. That's not one that I watch the regular season.
Yeah.
But
You
as soon
watch
as
it-
the
you
Stars
watch
are
it-
in the playoffs, I'm
Yeah.
like,
You're dialed.
I'm willing to admit I'm fair weather, but like Rangers, obviously Cowboys, and up until the Mavs traded Luka, I was, dude. I have photos. You seen it in my office. When I was in college, I didn't have enough money to buy tickets to go to the Mavs game, and this was right when they were getting good and starting to make the playoffs. And it's Dirk, Nash, and Finley, and I have photos of me and my brothers, and we have painted Mavs jerseys on our bodies because if you acted crazy, Mark Cuban would just be like, "Hey, pick the craziest fans, let them in for free."
Yep.
That's like we want that environment. We never didn't get in. Every
Yeah.
time we went, and like I think you get a pass for like it's not gay if your buddy's painting you as long as it's for a sporting event, So
Body
that's-
painted up.
And then I went to one of the games in Boston when we made the finals, and dude, they ripped my heart out. I have not watched one NBA basketball game this year.
It's tough, dude.
Not one. I haven't. I just like my passion for it's gone. I didn't. It's sad, and I feel bad for Henry. He's like, all he knows is Dad's this crazy Mavs fan, and then
Don't watch it.
One morning I wake up and I just
Not watching it
I'm
anymore.
indifferent to it.
Cooper's
I check
the real
Luka's
deal, though.
box score just to make sure he's doing triple double stuff.
Yep. Yep. Making sure he is who we
Well,
thought he
still,
was.
I think he comes back. I
To the
really-
Mavs?
Yeah. I
I
really
don't
do.
know. I mean, have you watched LeBron play defense this year? I've just seen a couple clips on Instagram.
Also, I mean,
It's
that
not-
whole team is like
it's not
they got
good.
firepower, but
Yeah, it's not good.
and Cooper's the real deal, man. Like he's
Yeah, but that wasn't even part of. I think it was a part of the trade.
it was,
which
for
is why
sure.
it's like, is it real or is it like is the NBA to kind of WWE?
It was pretty questionable looking. We were sitting on the plane and we're getting ready to
1%
take
chance
off,
to
and we
win.
had it pulled up, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, dude, we're top 3. This is nuts."
Yeah.
And then
But you knew it was going to happen once. We were talking.
once
Yeah.
we were, and then I was like, we're getting them.
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah. Some of the other, I went to Dirk's last game.
Yeah,
I might have cried.
Yep.
Henry was there.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm not going to pick you up from school. Mom will pick you up because I'm going to Dirk's last game. He's like, I want to go. He's probably 5 at the time, maybe 6. And I was like, okay, well, I only had one ticket. I bought a ticket for me. It was like $300 because
I was like,
everyone's
I'm
like,
not
it's
buying
going
you
to
a
be
ticket.
Dirk's. I'm like, okay, so my kid wants to go to this. And I remember my dad took me to Nolan Ryan's 5,000 strikeout game.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And we were sitting in the last row of Arlington Stadium.
Yep.
And that is one that stuck with me my entire life. And I was like, I got to take my kid to this thing because of a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
And how much Dirk's meant to me. So I buy another ticket, but it's not
Next
next
to
to
you.
mine. And like somebody will take pity on us and be like, oh, what a great father. He's brought his son to this game and didn't work out that way.
Henry's up in the nosebleeds by
So,
himself.
I went to the customer relations, was like, hey, my wife says I'm a good father for doing this, but a bad person. You guys can be the judge. But I was like, my son has epilepsy. We got upgraded.
Got an upgraded seat package.
the crate. Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
That one's questionable. That one's borderline.
Yeah. But I was like, I can't let my 5-year-old kid sit by himself.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
no way.
So
5, yeah,
Had to figure that one out.
12 maybe,
yeah.
not 5.
But I'd say those are my 2 favorite, the Nolan Ryan and
Yeah,
the,
those are
the
good
Dirk
memories,
deal.
man.
Did y'all go to the finals when we won?
No. I did
No,
not.
I was on my honeymoon.
Yeah. We went to some Rangers World Series games though.
Yeah.
When we won, that was fun.
Yeah.
We were at the game for the walk off with Seager and Adolis. That was, and both those balls were right there in front of us.
I think we went to almost. I think we went to. It was game 5 we won, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been to 2 World Series games and we lost both of them, so I don't have that same memory.
Yeah.
That back when the Mavs won and the Rangers were right there. That was tough too. We went to a couple of those as well.
Yeah.
Good memories, man.
No doubt about it. Let's knock out a quick break. We will come back and get into y'all's latest endeavor, which I think our audience is going to be super excited about. That segment of the show brought to you by Vortex Optics and their lifetime VIP transferable warranty. You break it, they'll fix it. Whether that's accidentally running over your spotting scope, dropping your binos off the side of a mountain, or God forbid you lose an optic in a fire, they'll take care of it. As long as there's a piece left to send to them, they will fix it or replace it. No questions asked. For more info, just head over to vortexoptics.com. We'll be right back with more from my good buddies Garret Hilbert and Tyler Toney of Dude Perfect on SCI's Lone Star Outdoor Show.
And listen to what the blues say.
380 Trailers in Princeton, Texas is family-owned and have been in business for over 20 years. It's where I went when I needed a new cargo trailer to haul the Can-Am around from lease to lease. They specialize in cargo, utility, dump, deck over, car hauler, stock, and equipment hauler trailers. They're also a full-service custom fab and repair shop, plus a licensed still equipment dealer. They've also got deer blinds for sale on site and the largest collection of case knives I've ever seen. It's mind-blowing. Tell my friend Rob that Cable sent you, and you can find 380 Trailers right there off of 380 in Princeton, Texas. Experience a new world after dark with Armorsight's night vision and thermal optics. Precision meets adventure. Whether you're a hunter or explorer, make the night yours. Upgrade your vision now by visiting armorsight.com for more information. Looking for a thermal hog hunt near DFW? Then 3 Curl Outfitters has you covered. Offering fully guided thermal hunts just minutes south of Dallas, guide scout daily to put you on the bacon. Using thermal imaging technology to hunt feeders, crop fields, and river bottoms, you get unlimited hogs and no kill fees. Visit www.3curl.com. Also offering corporate hunts and food and lodging available by request. Book at 3curl.com or call 214-455-0940.
Through the cream and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you
Cable Smith welcoming everybody back into SCI's Lone Star Outdoor Show presented by Mossberg. That one takes me back. If you grew up in the 90s, you probably saw Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun video on MTV pretty much nonstop. It was like on a loop with Blind Melon's No Rain and those anti-American douchebags, Green Day. It was like Basket Case or Longview, I don't know. But yeah, that was a different time. Maybe a simpler, better time. But if I told my kids, hey, I used to watch this channel and hope that our favorite song came on, that would be so foreign. I'd be like, Dad, you can just listen to it whenever you want on Spotify. It's just, they have no idea. No idea. Anyway, this segment of the show is brought to you by the Mossberg 590 RM 10+1 capacity home defense shotgun. Absolutely love this thing. It's a pump action, and if you're looking for a good home defense 12 gauge, check one out. It's the 590 RM. 11-round capacity. You can find it over at mossberg.com. Let's pick it back up with Tyler Toney and Garret Hilbert of Dude Perfect. Hey guys, as far as this past season, I guess deer season's a couple weeks in the rearview mirror at this point, but did you shoot a nice buck?
Yeah, I shot a management 8 at my place. My boys were tired of me coming home empty-handed, and they wanted to see a deer in the back of the Can-Am, so I was like, all right, this is an old 8-point. So we shot him, made a bunch of deer jerky, and I showed them that process. So they enjoyed that. But it was now at this stage, it's kind of more geared towards having the boys being able to experience that.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
my middle got his nice 10, which, if he wasn't there, that would have been a buck that I'd be hunting.
Right.
But at this point, I love taking it, whether it's my boys, whether it's somebody that hasn't done it ever. I get just as much joy and excitement taking somebody out that's never done it before and having them have success and just seeing what it means to them. So it's been fun, man. I love it. I don't have to shoot a deer every year, kind of where I'm at now, and I love taking people out like that.
Well, you asked me before you got this place in North Texas, and I remember that. Like,
Yep.
is this a good spot? And I was like, oh yeah, without name dropping where it is. Like, of course. Are you seeing big bucks there?
Oh yeah, they're there. It's tough hunting. I mean, the giants are there. Every year there's almost a 200, if not a 200-inch deer killed up in this area. It's one of the 4 archery only counties in Texas, so that's a piece of it. But the pressure has definitely increased. I mean, back in 2000 to 2010, without a doubt, there was a 200-inch killed out there every single year.
Oh yeah.
But it's fun to see them on camera, but it makes for some grueling seasons when you go out there and put in that much time and that many sits and don't ever even see your target buck in daylight. But they're there for sure. The genetics are there. It's a great place. It's close to home, so we're able to. I mean, we're up there almost every weekend, just being outside, taking the boys up there. So it's great.
I'm gonna interview this guy this week who shot. I think he said it was a high 190. He sent me a photo of it, but he shot it on like 15 acres in Grayson County.
Wow.
This year.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think he had just seen a meme I posted about. It said, I think the meme said, "Your family's already disappointed. Just keep hunting with the crossbow." And I don't think he realized I was joking.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, just so you know, I shot that with a crossbow." And I was like, "Bro, I don't care. I make fun of 6.5 Creedmoors and crossbows, but
Yep.
we have 3 6.5 Creedmoors at the house. That's what Henry took to Africa.
Yeah.
It's the gun I killed my deer with this year.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
6.5 Creedmoor, man.
But you're not trying to shoot an elk at 700 yards with it, so.
I've shot it. No, no. I will say,
Confessions.
6.5 Creedmoor, 300 yards and in, that thing is on a line, and
sure.
It's kind of fun to have. I shoot suppressed, so I mean, I think that will be the gun I teach my kids how to shoot on, because it's the recoil is very little and it's so accurate.
Yeah,
like the gun is very accurate, but I mean, you still have to know where to shoot the deer.
Yeah,
because that's if you shoot them anywhere behind, the deer's gonna just be injured and run away.
Well, bullet selection is very important too.
Yeah.
When Carl over at John X was like, "I want Henry to come this year," he was like, "What caliber is he shooting?" And I was like, "He's been shooting a 243. He's killed quite a few whitetail with it. I need him to get something a little bit stouter." And so I moved him up to the 6.5, which is a 140 grain bullet. And I didn't know Carl was going to let him shoot stuff as big as a water buck or a black wildebeest with it.
Yep.
Those things just tumped over, dude. I mean, they maybe ran 20 yards.
Yeah.
And that, I think it was a Nosler partition he was shooting.
Yeah.
And just destroyed him. So I've, for a long time, made fun of the 6.5, but...
No, there's some funny videos.
And I will still make fun of it.
Yeah.
There's some funny videos on 6.5 Creedmoor.
But it's legit. It's a legit caliber.
But-
It's not... I always say it's for women and children, and now
Garrett.
But,
Oh, dude, I mean, put me in that category, dude. I shoot a kid's gun, man.
but it's nice.
I haven't graduated yet to
recoil.
the...
To the 300
Dude,
Win Mag.
me and Ty bought these like custom Jarrett rifles. What's the cal? Is
Yeah,
it
300 Jarrett.
300 Jarrett?
Yeah.
I mean, these things are. It's a solid like.
They pack a little punch.
They pack like. It's so funny. I've shot it one time in my entire life, and I was like, man, dude, that's kind of. I'm gonna go back maybe to my 6.5. That thing looks good on a wall, man. And
Yeah.
It's really accurate.
But it thumped your shoulder.
Yeah, those. And what do we typically shoot over in Africa?
I shot my 300 Win Mag in Africa.
Yeah, I guess it was just
Nosler,
300.
the trophy grade, and it was I mean that thing.
Yeah.
That was effective.
Yeah. I can't remember. I've shot everything from an Eland on down with a 300 Win Mag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. I shot everything with my 300.
And now getting ready for a Cape Buffalo hunt, that hurt my shoulder. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
I'm a big guy, but
what'd you shoot?
375 Ruger
Yeah.
They
with
had
a
those out
300
there.
grain bullet.
Yeah, they had to shoot
They
those
had
when
to
we were
they had
there.
to shoot those because I was he wanted to go archery out there.
Yep.
I was like, man, I was right when I was getting into archery, and I was like, I'm not comfortable like flinging a $20,000 arrow. Give me the gun. And so he was like, well, you got to go shoot this 375, and that thing is loud and
Not what you want to teach somebody to shoot on for their first experience.
No suppressor.
no, it's the old school looking.
Yeah.
Looks like a Henry rifle. Out there.
Double rifle.
Yeah. I remember going to the gun range, and it took me almost a box to get that thing dialed in.
Yep.
And I was like, my shoulder did have bruises on it, and I was just thinking, it's not really fun at all to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
In the moment with adrenaline, you don't feel it, but when you're just sitting on
Yeah.
when you're sitting on sighting
Going
it in,
through
you
a
feel it.
box.
yeah, and then it teaches you like bad. It doesn't teach you.
Yeah.
But you can't help
You
but
develop some
flinch
bad-
a little
yeah,
bit
you develop
after
some
it's
bad
thumped
habits.
you
Yep.
15 times. I think that's probably why it took me so long to sight it in, if I'm being honest. But the buffalo, I ended up shooting mine at 70 yards broadside.
Yep.
Dude, I've never had an experience with a tougher animal. I mean, I double lunged him.
Yep.
Carl's like,
stalking it like
yeah. Carl's like,
That's so sick.
we stop shooting when it makes it into the brush or it's dead.
Yep.
So we're not going to follow it into the brush, but as long as you can keep shooting, we're going to run after it, and you just keep putting lead in it.
Yep.
5 shots, 300 grains each.
Wow.
Finally, and the last one, it was still, finally it stopped running and standing there looking at us at like 120 yards. He's like, shoot it again. And I shot it, and it dropped. We get up there, and I'm free-handed. And he's like, where did you shoot it the last time? I said, in the buffalo. I don't know. And there was like a hole right between his eyes. I was like, I can't say that I was doing that on purpose. I was just trying to shoot the black thing.
Yep.
yeah, dude, right in front of you. Yeah,
How close were you on yours?
30 yards with my bow.
Yeah.
And that was when I went over there 2018, I guess it was. A big sable and a buffalo.
record sable,
Those
right?
were for 2 years. It was the biggest
it was SCI
oh, wow.
world record.
biggest sable kill with archery equipment. Yeah, and then somebody beat it not long after. But those were my two that I really wanted to get, and I wanted to do it with my bow. So that was really cool. That sable was the first animal that I shot in Africa, and then the buffalo was second to last day of the hunt, I think.
Yeah.
But that was really
We
special.
almost got a 60-inch kudu. I shot a 59 and like a quarter.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
wow.
came just short.
Yep.
Mm.
It was a good trip, man.
It was an awesome
Bush
trip.
Africa
Yeah.
safaris did us well.
Yep.
I've shot a sable and an eland with my bow.
Yeah.
I think I've been there 8 times. I've taken my bow twice.
Okay.
And I think I've killed 4 animals with the bow.
Yeah.
And everyone asks, can I take a bow to Africa? Yes, but plan on like killing half as many animals as you would with
No,
a
it's
rifle.
definitely tougher. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Well, so what is your favorite thing to hunt, Ty?
Probably if I had to choose one, archery elk is probably my
best.
favorite. I just
I
love
agree.
being
It's the
on
only-
foot, being able to move. Like when something's not working, you go change it up, go to a new spot. It's very like, how much do you want it? I mean, it's determination. Like I like getting in shape for an elk hunt. I think that's something to look forward to and put in the time and the effort. And it's just hard to beat when you're up on top of a mountain and some thick timber, and all of a sudden one of those bugles just fires up right next to you. It's special.
I don't disagree at all. I would say the thing on my wall that I'm the most proud of, and it's not just, I mean, I am definitely a trophy hunter. We all are. But a trophy is not just horns or antlers. It's the meat, experiences shared around the table with your family and friends.
sure.
Yep.
And then it's the experience. And you mentioned, like, sometimes it sucks. Like, it's grueling. It's there. If you want to beat yourself up mentally, go on a backcountry elk hunt.
Yep.
And spend a week in a tent. And I don't know if you've done it without a guide or not. I haven't. I've gone on one guided elk hunt and then had success and failure just by myself or with a buddy. The first elk hunt I ever did, I went by myself.
Yeah.
And my buddy bailed at the last minute. And my wife
You
was
just
not.
backcountry tenting it by
Yeah.
yourself.
And my wife was like, I had a satellite phone. Back then, you could not communicate.
Yeah.
Like, we have all, like...
No inReaches back
no
then.
inReach, right? And so I rented a satellite phone and called Aaron every night just to tell her I was still live.
Yep.
And
Colorado, where'd you go?
New Mexico. And I didn't see another person for 7 days.
Wow.
And by the time I was done with that and I missed an elk, I was like, I don't really know that I want to do I felt like a hermit. Like I wanted to see a person after that long.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's what I was trying to think when you said what's my favorite, because like I love duck hunting, and I think you get to be able to go and be with a bunch of people, and getting to have that like shared experience, I think is a ton of fun. And there's that element to it of deep sea fishing where you never know what you're going to catch or what's going to come in. So I love duck hunting, archery, elk. My dad and I did a moose hunt up in Alaska 2 years ago, and that was the most like roughing it that I've done for a hunt. I mean, flying
bow?
out there. No, it was with a rifle.
Yeah. 300 Win Mag?
300 Win Mag, yeah, but going out there and being in a tent with just filtered water out of a creek, flying in there in the bush plains, one passenger at a time, dropping them off. You're walking around and there's blueberries all over the ground, and I mean, it was out.
You know what likes blueberries?
Remote. Who?
Bears.
Yeah, but there was bears. We saw those. So that was fun. But yeah, I mean, you get reined in a tent for 2 days straight, and you really start questioning.
Right.
But we signed up for this and paid a lot of money to be out here. I'm like, this was voluntary. Yeah. No, it was.
What? And you agree with archery elk?
Yeah, if I could only do one thing, that would be it.
You have a duck dog.
Mm-hmm.
How old is your
Boone,
dog?
he's 2. He'll be 3 in March.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's the we've always had labs, and I've always taken him out hunting, but limited amount of training. And I got Boone 2 years ago, and he's the best dog that I've ever had. He's great, very like mild tempered, like is not going to go sprint out getting the ducks at 100 miles an hour, but 95% of the time he's a family dog and sleeps in our bed at night. But he's the best dog that I've had. Great.
You let him
dog
sleep
dog.
in your bed?
Oh yeah, he sleeps in our bed.
Oh my God, you're better than me.
Yeah.
Once we had kids, I said no more, or my wife said no more dogs on the bed.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, sorry dogs, you know. But now my kids will let Joe in their beds at night.
Yeah.
There you go.
We do not.
Yeah.
That's the only furniture she's allowed on in the entire house is their beds.
That's great.
Yeah, they spoil
Incredible.
her. You have a dog?
Not a hunting dog. Nope, just golden doodles. Indoor dogs.
See, the outdoor show host can't have something that ends with doodle.
No, you
No
can't.
doodle in the
No,
name.
you got to have a retriever or a lab or something.
My wife's like,
Pointer
why
or
don't we get a
something.
labradoodle? Little fetch ducks. I'm like, no doodles. Like, I
Yeah.
don't really care if it's the best
I will
duck
say,
dog on the planet.
my buddy has a actual poodle, and
Oh yeah, they're good. You could train them to be
I mean,
incredible.
pretty good bird dog. I was shocked the first time I went out. I
Get
was
you
like,
well,
there is
Cable.
no way
Get you a
this
poodle.
dog is going to go out there and get a bird.
Get you-
And he did. He's a good bird dog. Looks absolutely insane out in the field.
That's the craziest
But-
thing I've ever.
Yeah.
It's like Kobe being outside.
That would be his
Yeah.
retriever dog. That's his retriever dog comparison.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I asked you guys to do this interview because it seems like y'all are the most passionate outdoorsmen
Yeah.
on the crew. But
Yeah,
the
Cody is.
other guys enjoy it.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, we did, we started the Dude Perfect Outdoors channel. We just launched that a month and a half ago now. So brand new. It's obviously something that I've done my whole life growing up and do all these trips and stuff and just really minimal, like documenting it, never really filmed any of it or anything like that. And so, as we're talking about like, what does the future of Dude Perfect look like, in 5 years, 10 years, like beyond the 5 of us, we started talking about these other content channels and different things like that. And so that was kind of originally where this Dude Perfect Outdoor stuff started. And I had, thought about this 5 years ago, like how could we eventually make this a thing? And so it's been really, really cool just to see the response and from the fans and from people who grew up watching Dude Perfect, 10 years ago and haven't necessarily tuned in recently to launch this outdoor stuff. And they kind of are like coming back around like, man, this is awesome. Mm-hmm. So we launched that very first video. We only got 2 videos live right now, but we did a group hunt with everybody, got all 5 guys down there, and then Jared and Josh Pettit, who are helping me run the outdoor stuff right now. And we went and did a dove hunt down in South Texas and literally launched the channel and then posted that video 2 days later. And I think a week and a half, it had 1 million views on a dove hunt. And I was
this is on the
Dude Perfect Outdoors
YouTube channel.
YouTube channel, yeah. So, I mean, it's got 160,000 subscribers there now. which is awesome.
Only launched 2 videos.
Yeah, incredible. And yeah, a million views on a dove hunt video I never thought would happen. So it's really, really cool.
Well, I mean, you have the platform to build it out, existing, obviously, but things that you guys don't touch really, politics. Which, why would you? Your demographic is not. They're not even voting.
Yep.
Right.
And we don't even vote.
Right.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
I know.
Let the record show.
But I did want to ask. Okay, so we avoid politics. Y'all know I don't have a problem talking about politics, and God forbid, like, you want to know how many followers I lost when I shot my giraffe and posted a picture of it?
Yeah.
And I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, it's polarizing.
But I didn't care because there was a story. It wasn't like rednecks go kill giraffes. It was like, what country has the most giraffe and why? And why I think the video titled was, "Why would someone hunt a giraffe?" I knew what would happen, but I don't care, and I don't make any apologies for it. I mean, hunting and guns is still controversial.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you guys make a decision to do this.
Yep.
Has there been negativity or any fallout from that decision?
So I think you're going to have negativity on any video that if we post a regular Dude Perfect video, people are going to have negative things to say about the video or the people that are in it or whatever. But when we launched the dove hunt video, we all knew that was somewhat of a risk going into it because there's people that that will never support hunting, which is fine. That's great. You're entitled to have your opinion. And so we launched that video in the first couple of days. I was just kind of looking at the response and going through comments and stuff. And I texted Chad, one of our editors who's been with us since the very beginning. And I was like, man, like, this is crazy. Are you monitoring like comments on YouTube? And he was like, dude, I haven't touched anything. And I was like, that is awesome. And I do think there is a piece of it that just kind of being in and around so many people in the industry that we're in who are on both sides of it. I have like tried to be extra, just more like informative and educational on that side when normally like if it's me and my family and friends, like I don't feel like I have to explain anything, right. But there has been a very purposeful, like, hey, this is why we're doing this. Like you are able to go out and shoot a bunch of dove because they're a migratory bird species and there's millions of these things, and the whole reason that there are limits and regulations is so that those populations can replenish, and it's a renewable resource just like salmon in Alaska or whatever it is. So we have been very thoughtful on like how we portray a lot of this stuff. But it's been really cool to see the response and the feedback has been just overwhelmingly positive, and I think a lot of our fan base in general can relate to that or either grew up doing it or have friends and family that have done it. And so it's been awesome to be able to launch this thing that we're so passionate about and have people kind of jump on board.
Yeah. We also launched it for a specific reason too. Like we all feel that our world is at, a tipping point when it comes to it. We're in a weird position. Our company is social media, always has been. And so our goal is always try to, do videos that inspire you to go outside and try something, challenge yourself. And Ty wanted to launch an outdoor channel, not only because he's passionate about it, but because he enjoys doing that with his kids. And I think, it's better to be outside with your kids, learn to fish. Like, you don't even have to hunt and fish, go camping, go do things outside with your kids, get off your phones and get off social media. And that's part of the reason why we launched Dude Perfect Outdoors was because, hey, we want to inspire the parents and the kids to just be outside. If that's hunting, great. If that's camping, mountain biking, rock climbing, we're going to do a rock climbing video. Like, it's not all going to be just a, shoot 'em up, kill 'em up YouTube channel. It's hey, we're going to encompass the outdoors and we're going to bring our kids along with us to do it. Y'all should do the same.
Well, it's great because on one level, like you said, your business is social media. So kids they've got their eyeballs on the screen watching Dude Perfect. Okay, well, that takes them out of those
correct
doing outdoor things. But now we have an outdoor channel.
Yep.
That's like, okay, let us use this platform to inspire you to get outdoors.
Yep.
So there was a line.
You're really giving back.
Yeah.
You're taking, but
correct.
You're giving back at the same time. So I have high hopes. And when I saw that you guys were launching this, I was like, well, first of all, respect you guys and have for a long time for being like, hey, we're hunters. We don't really apologize for that. So.
Yeah. There was a line in the dove video that I think really encompasses kind of the goal of it. But I don't remember who came up with it, but I think I said it in an interview, and it was we like when you watch the videos. We love when you don't. And I've got 3 boys that love playing Fortnite and video games, but having the ranch that's 45 minutes from our house gives us an opportunity to go outside and be away from the screens. And my hope is that we can do that for other families too, because I know how hard it is having 3 boys that love that stuff and have friends that do that all the time. That's their only outlet when they go home from school.
Different, let me tell you.
That's it. They want to be on their phones and iPads and video games. And so to be able to give them an opportunity to fall in love with something that is outdoors that you can do with your family and friends is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it earlier. I think the most core memories that you have is doing something with your dad or with your kids. Those are core memories that will last a lifetime. And so whatever it is, it's just creating those memories with kids and just seeing what this world has to offer, because there's a lot more than whatever's on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Well, and I'll ask Henry this: when you're my age, Henry, when you're 44, you think you're going to look back and be like, man, I really remember that day I played Roadblock really good?
No.
Or do you think you'll remember when we go to the lease for Thanksgiving every year?
For sure.
Hunting for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. But either way, I'm proud of you guys and y'all's commitment to sharing your passion for the outdoors with the platform that you have. It's pretty cool. Let's take a break. We'll come back and talk bucket list hunts, predator hunting, and who knows what else. That segment of the show was proudly brought to you by All Seasons Feeders and Blinds. You can find their entire lineup of blinds, feeders, and backyard barbecue pits and smokers at allseasonsfeeders.com. We'll be right back.
My old man, he had a rounder soul. Hear an old freight train, then he'd have to go. He said he'd been blessed with the gypsy bone.
Hey guys, Cable here. What if I told you you could combine North Texas' best wild game processing with the best archery facility? That's what you get at Cinnamon Creek Ranch. They've been in business 40 years, by the way. My family, my kids absolutely love it when we go pick up our latest wild game order, whether that's a whitetail buck that Henry shot or a nilgai Dad shot down on the Texas coast. Doesn't matter. They love the meatballs. The Texas boudin is top-notch. Plus, they've got indoor and outdoor ranges for archery. I love to shoot the 3D range myself, but of course, a full-service archery pro shop as well. You can find it all right there at cinnamoncreekranch.com.
They fought Cielo 7 times. 7 times he left brave roosters dead. Holy my Teresa, I'm thinking of you now in San Antonio.
There's the late, great Joe Ely, who passed away in December. Gallo del Cielo, bringing us back on SCI's Lone Star Outdoor Show, presented by Mossberg Firearms. This segment of the show proudly brought to you by Stealth Cam, as well as Muddy Outdoors and their DV8 lineup of mud boots. Whether you're looking for insulated or non-insulated, or camo or solid colors, they've got you covered. You can find the DV8 lineup of mud boots over at GoMuddy.com. All right, let's pick it back up with our friends Tyler Toney and Garret Hilbert of Dude Perfect. You don't post a ton of hunting stuff on the Dude Perfect.
No,
Not on the Dude Perfect
but
one.
Is there anything on there like hunting?
There hasn't been on the Dude Perfect channel.
all we've done on the Dude Perfect channels, we've done the shotgun videos.
Yeah.
We've done Ty's done some longest, with the rifle,
the archery trick shot videos and stuff like
trick
that. But that had been the extent of it on the Dude Perfect stuff.
Yeah.
But was there ever a conversation? I mean, your personal pages are millions of followers too. Mm-hmm. Was there ever a conversation I'm going to post a hunting photo on here?
Yeah, I mean
on the Dude Perfect, or
no, just say on your personal. Did you guys ever come around?
We talked about it before we, because we knew there was going to be negative. I think the first time we talked about it was when we went to Africa, really, because it was hey, this is different than your whitetail deer,
right?
You know, what should we do? What should we not post? And at the end of the day, we're I don't know why we would hide from it. It's your personal page, and so that's just.
But I think the hesitancy comes from knowing that people would be uneducated about animals and
sure.
what conservation through hunting has done in places like South Africa, and not being able to tell that story really in an Instagram post, like that was the hesitancy. Not like, gosh, is this okay? Because we know the information and we know how beneficial the hunting is to that country and what it's done for those animal populations and things like that. But yeah, I mean, we had those conversations for sure.
Yeah. Do you say, what do you think about this? The term harvest versus kill.
Yeah.
I saw some other groups, some conservation groups I follow were having this conversation the other day, and I didn't listen to the podcast yet, but I was like, I don't know at any point in human history where we have pandered to the other side and given up something.
Yeah.
Whether it's like pretending that boys can be girls or whatever, and how we have to use these pronouns and do all that stuff. Or whether it's hunting and say, no, I didn't harvest it, I killed it. And especially if it was a pig or a coyote. I probably shoot 100 pigs a year.
Yeah.
And I will eat them, and they're delicious.
Yeah.
But I say I've never eaten a coyote. A guy I was pig hunting with this past weekend, I woke up and looked in the gut bucket, and the back straps out of this coyote were gone.
I'm not eating any
and I was
coyotes.
like, why are the back straps not still attached to that coyote? But luckily, I had to get back to coach one of Henry's soccer games, so I wasn't there for that meal.
Yeah.
But I mean, I say, and then I thought about it. Do I really say harvest or kill that much? Usually I just say I shot it.
Yeah.
And that's just and it's not an intentional thing.
Yeah. I think I've said both. And I do think it's a piece of being somewhat very much in both worlds.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if it's trying to be sensitive or trying to position it in a way where like I even said it in an interview on the first video, like my goal would be for the DP Outdoors channel is that people who have been against hunting and fishing, whatever, their whole lives would watch it and then be like, okay, I get it now. And so if that means like being a little bit more sensitive to the vocab we use when we're talking about things to get them into it to where they understand it more and it makes more sense without immediately turning them off and there's that like visceral reaction to like, I'm not being a part of that, then I get it. Like I can see that. But there is I think about it way more from that perspective now, with a following that's got however many subscribers we have now, 60-something million subscribers, where I know that there's people who have never been around that ever their whole lives. And so just trying to cater that to them in a way where not that we're hiding from what we do or being something that we're not or shying away from anything, but just trying to kind of get as many people into that funnel so I can tell that story in a way that eventually gets them on board.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's the language is one thing. And like I said, I probably, without even realizing it based on who I'm talking to, probably adjust the terms that I use.
Yep.
But I think I just say shot more often than not, which is probably not as offensive
Maybe
as kill.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, kill's it's just a trigger word.
right. But the thing that I don't think we can ever shy away from is the trophy photo.
Yeah.
That is something that we should be proud of.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to, like, nothing makes me happier than to see a kid with his first deer on the back of a tailgate.
Yep.
Even better if they cut the tongue out, if they didn't have the tongue hanging out and there's not blood everywhere.
Yep.
But then again, now I'm saying, well, we should censor that, right?
Yeah.
And I think we should, like, make it look as tasteful as possible.
Yep. For me, like the photos, it's just a memory piece. I mean, same thing why you mount a deer. I mean, yeah, you're proud of it, but like
It's the story behind
we
it.
were at the ranch the other day and we had some friends up there and they were like, do you remember like all these? And I'm like, I could look at one of my mounts and tell you if it was a morning or evening hunt, who I was with, who was at camp that day, and recall like every single piece of that. And to me, that's more honoring to the animal than anything, is being able to sit there and tell those stories and remember it in that way. And I think photos are the same thing. And so it's just a cool way to capture it, especially for somebody like me who has a horrible memory and can barely keep my day straight.
Right.
To be able to have that piece to hold on to and look back on and show my kids and share that with other people. I don't know. I think
I agree.
it's a cool piece of it.
What is this? Like the last few days, I'm seeing everyone post photos from 2016.
I don't know what that
it?
is.
So
I
then
haven't
I was like,
hopped
do
on
I
that
need
one
to go
yet.
look at my hunting photos from 2016?
You should.
Because like you said,
Yeah.
they're just memories, right?
Just memories, yeah.
But I didn't know why, if you guys
No,
knew.
it's
I
just
hadn't
a
jumped
trend
on that one yet.
Trend that probably some random 16-year-old started that took off.
Somebody like Jackson, our intern.
So Henry goes to a public school in McKinney. Henry, how many kids do you know that hunt or talk about hunting?
Like maybe one or two, not a lot.
That's
I mean,
another
I
reason
could
why what
probably,
you guys are doing is so important.
Which is pretty crazy in
find more
Texas,
people.
Right?
a public school in Texas.
Yes.
Cause like if I talked about it, I could probably find people who hunt, but like I don't talk about it. So.
But then examine yourself introspectively here. Why don't you talk about it?
I don't know. I mean,
Did you make it? Do you think that it makes you different? I mean,
I
I'm putting
don't
you on the spot, but like, why don't you talk about it? Because you don't have it in common with them because most of your
Yeah.
friends don't do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's sad, right?
Yeah.
That's sad.
In
to me.
Texas, it is.
Right. But it was the same way it is elementary school. My daughters that are in 5th grade,
See,
they know like 2 boys in their class that hunt.
I feel like Arkansas is the complete opposite of that. I feel like if you don't hunt, you don't fit in here.
Yeah. But I mean, their teachers are very aware. September 1st, they don't go to school, and they know why. Like we're going dove hunting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and one day school's not gonna change your life.
No.
Coming from a homeschool dad, but
Have you ever shot anything with a crossbow?
I don't think so. No, I do. I think it's a great training tool, though. I mean, that's how I taught all my boys to shoot. I think it's the best way to get kids into shooting because, number one, it's visual. So you fire off a shot, and you literally can see where the arrow hit. So it's like, okay, hey, you pulled that one a little bit left. No recoil. There's no loud noise that comes with it. So if you don't have suppressors on guns or things like
You're
that,
also looking
then you don't
through a
have to worry
scope.
about it. Looking through a scope, there's safety elements too, just like a firearm. But I think it is the best training tool to teach a kid how to shoot.
I've never shot one.
Yeah.
Not one bolt.
they're fun to shoot.
But
I've shot 'em a
thinking about
ton.
getting one next year.
We
Just to
shot-
like, just have a sponsor.
We
someone
shot
to be
Ravens. I don't know
Ravens?
if they make better ones now, but
Those things are insane.
They're
yeah,
incredible.
You can shoot a 3-inch group at 100 yards with one of those. I mean,
They're
it's
awesome.
Well,
nuts.
that opens up a whole other can of worms. Like, well, should it be
Yeah.
allowed during archery season?
No, it's like the muzzle loaders now.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like,
Yeah.
if your shoulders bum, or if you just want to take advantage of the loophole and shoot them with a crossbow,
Yeah.
I don't really care one way or the other as long as it's legal.
Yep.
That's one thing, the infighting from the hunting community, where it's like, why does it matter
Yeah.
if someone else shoots it with a crossbow?
I think that was another thing that surprised me too about like before we started this, we've gone on a bunch of different hunts with a lot of different people that are in the space, and it's always like kind of bothered me how just negative everybody is in the hunting space towards everyone in the hunting space.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never made sense to me because like if anybody needs to be on the same page and be able to like work out differences, it's the hunting community. And so that was kind of another one of my just side goals for getting into this was like there's no need to be enemies with people that are on our same side, and if they want to do things differently, again, it's all about getting outdoors and experiencing that and like knowing where your food comes from. I mean, we were talking about it last week, but 2 generations ago, my grandpa was growing up in West Virginia. If you didn't hunt or have a farm, you didn't eat. Like there was not an option. That was the only way. And it's just amazing how in 2 generations
We're so detached from where food comes from.
kids have absolutely no idea.
it's like the grocery store, man. That's where you
I mean,
get it.
2 weeks of the grocery store being shut down and a power grid issue, and these kids would be hopeless, legitimately no chance.
Yeah.
It's
Well, we
crazy.
saw that happen during COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, and people lost their ever-loving mind. They're like, what are we going to do with that? They're just buying hordes of food because they're like, we're going to die.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, well, my freezer's full, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy
good.
how short a time it takes for people to become so detached, like you said, to just the reality of life. Like there's not life with life and death go hand in hand. I mean, it's part of it.
Does your family enjoy wild game?
Oh yeah, yeah. And
Wife,
I've
too?
had to work on like my wife didn't grow up in a family that hunted, and very much like at the beginning of our being together, we'd cook something up, and I'd have to be like, no, these are beef steaks or whatever, and then I'd tell her after, or I'd make Axis burgers or something. She's like, that's the best burger I've ever had. And I'm like, well, that was an Axis deer, and so, but now she's come around to it, and I mean, we do moose. We all kinds
Does
of
she
stuff.
pull the trigger?
She has, yeah, and she'll be. I mean, she doesn't enjoy the killing part of it.
Yeah.
She loves seeing her boys grow up and do it, and loves when I take them out, and can totally get on board with that. But for her, she does not enjoy the killing.
But likes to
aspect
be
of-
out there.
She likes to be out there. She loves animals, so it's very hard for her to separate those two things.
Yeah.
So like, we have chickens now out at the ranch, and I was asking her because she's new to all this. I'm like, so they lay eggs, and for how long? She's like, 4 or 5 years, something like that. And I'm like, okay, so when they stop laying eggs, like we just kill the chickens and we eat them. She's like, absolutely not.
We can't eat that one.
And I'm like, well, what do you mean? That's what, like, they're
Do they have
not
names?
laying eggs. Oh yeah, they're all named, and so it's harder for her to separate those two things, which is fine. I've always said, like, not everybody is called to hunt or have to go out and kill things, but I do think everybody should have an appreciation for where their food comes from.
For
and
sure.
when you go and get a burger at a restaurant, nobody ever thinks twice about it. When you sit down and you cook something that you killed and prepare it, there is another level of appreciation for that you cannot explain unless somebody has done it themselves.
I think it should be like required watching in school to like be like, all right, you guys go and just watch this 2-hour video of cattle. I don't think you'd be like, I'd be like, give me the deer.
Right. Yeah.
Like, dude, the cattle are the most disgusting animal. Like, they're like eating their like.
We're not besmirching any ranchers out there because I do love a nice marbled ribeye.
Sure, I love, but I'm just
100%.
like,
It is
dude, why
right,
are
like-
we? You
Yeah.
guys don't care about eating that, but you guys would love deer.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. My mom's like that. She won't eat wild game, but she'll eat whatever.
Yeah, it
I
just
fed
doesn't
her
doesn't make any sense. to me.
Sandhill crane kebabs one time.
Yep.
And told her it was beef tenderloin.
She loved it.
Oh yeah. And then I told her after I showed her a picture. I was like,
Yeah.
"This is what
she
you
couldn't
ate."
do
And
it.
she was like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
I'm like, but my wife's a good sport. She likes to eat it all,
It's a mental
with the
thing.
exception of heart. She's not really into the internal organ
Yep.
side of it. But I mean, Henry will just walk by and see raw meat on the counter and just grab a piece and just take. Is this cooked? I'm like, no. He's like, oh well.
Yeah.
Like,
I did that
bro.
once. I did that
That's
once.
one more time than I did.
Yeah.
We ate some elk heart before, right after we shot it.
Raw.
Raw.
Yeah, I haven't done that since. That one.
We got tricked into like it was like, dude, this is what you do if you harvest your harvest.
Oh, you took a
Yeah.
bite of the raw heart.
Yeah.
And like literally cut it. The guide cut it out, and he's like, all right, everyone pass it around. We all did, and he got to the guide, and the guide was like, I ain't eating that.
He was
We're like, what?
Yeah, we don't really do that. Very fibrous. It
I've
was.
eaten a still pumping dove heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we love dove hearts, not raw like.
Yeah.
traditionally,
You
but
just put them in a. I've never had it.
we just toothpick them and then I put a dry rub on them and smoke them. And
You
the
smoke
kids,
them. You don't even just like flash fry them.
No, just smoke them. And I mean, Henry's, they're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't tried
I'll
those.
have to try that.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
You got to get like 3 or 4 hunts worth.
Yeah. It takes a lot for
Do you put
those.
them in the freezer?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just put like 5 or 6 on a toothpick.
Yeah.
With that dry rub. Oh man. Yeah, something that's like sweet but also has a little heat on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sweet.
very good.
There's some that, like, when my middle son shot his doe last year, we took the tenders out and he cooked them that night for all of our family. We do like a men's family hunt, and that was his first year to do that. But just seeing like the pride and joy that he had, I let him go out there and cook them with me on the Traeger or whatever, and like bringing that back in and the smile on his face, like
Yeah.
he just provided the meal that we're going to eat that night. There's an intangible something about that
Oh, that's validation as
yeah,
a father.
Yeah,
Too.
it was cool. It was
Yeah.
really sweet.
Yeah. My wife, not a hunter either, but every time we go dove hunting for opening weekend or September 1st, whatever, we just bounce out of here. Once like Henry and I start shooting, she's like, give me the gun.
Yeah,
She's like, I want to try.
yeah,
And so we were talking about it on the way home from the lease the other day. I was like, all right, 2026 is Operation Mom. We're going to get her to
There you
get a
go.
deer. She's like, Mom is not participating in this operation.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
You never
So,
know.
I don't. She's not the killer, which, like you said, Ty, is perfectly fine. But yeah, kids should know where their food comes from,
Yeah.
and mine are very in tune with that, as are y'all's. What about your wife?
No, she would. She would never. She's gone and sat with me like a lot of times. My boys have not killed a deer yet. It was like a rite of passage for me when I was a kid, and my oldest will. This year's this coming season will be the, but we go out there with, I'll take a gun just in case like a coyote or a hog comes in, but most of the time it's just looking at the deer. It's just, so she loves doing that.
Yeah.
And seeing, but she would never kill a deer.
Right, so she hasn't sat when you've shot something.
She's seen me kill a coyote and hog.
Okay.
Yeah, but and bobcat.
Yeah.
Not a deer.
My wife I shot an aoudad in front of her one time, came to a feeder. And this was like when we had first gotten married. And I think she had been on like a couple duck hunts just to see the dog.
Mhm.
And she like teared up.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a stinking aoudad.
Yeah.
You know, like, but she's gotten, I guess, more calloused is the word over
Yeah.
the years. Like, doesn't really affect her anymore. Like when Henry shot the hog the other day,
she was like sad because
She was
like,
sad?
There's a baby hog under the feeder. I was like, actually, because she looked in the binos, and then she was like, "Why'd you shoot the little one?"
At least we got mom looking through the binos these days.
Well, the little ones taste the best. That's what I heard. I've never had them.
Yeah. No, there's truth to that. Except for we tried. So this hunt that I just got back from this past weekend is the one where we just really pushed the envelope on all things wild game. And a couple years ago, it's these guys from Missouri. They come to Texas every year, and we do ducks and thermal hog hunting.
Yep.
With my buddy in Seymour. A couple years ago, somebody shot a pregnant sow, and we were like, "Oh, this is an Argentinian delicacy." And we took the fetuses out, and we cooked them in a skillet. And there's two things that I've tried wild game wise that I don't ever need to do that again. One is bobcat, where same hunt, just different year.
Yep.
And we didn't put any seasoning on it. We're like, let's get the full flavor
Full
profile
experience.
of a bobcat, and we put the backstrap on the grill.
Good.
Everyone ate one bite and was like, that's rank. That's not enjoyable at all.
Yeah.
But then these pig fetuses, you couldn't cook the gelatinous nature of them. I mean, as long as we tried everything just to get them crispy, and they just stayed like jelly.
No thanks. No thanks.
Yeah, dude,
They were not my favorite.
Yeah, it took me a while to get on board with sushi as a kid. Now I love it. I'll eat anything sushi, but
So
yeah, they're just. I
not
don't want to
sushi-
put in the time
Not
to
sushi hog or whatever.
not sushi hog. I don't want to. I'm not willing to put in the time on that one.
Yeah. So what other international hunts have you guys done besides Africa? New Zealand?
New Zealand, yeah. I went over. Bethany went with me on that one. I shot a stag and a fallow when we were over there. The Alaskan moose hunt.
That's it.
Outside of that, we really haven't done a bunch of international
I
stuff.
want to go down to Argentina for the dove.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going in March, but not for dove, for red stag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do Africa again this year. We'll film that for DP Outdoors, doing South Africa, Namibia.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm jealous. I've never been to Namibia. South Africa 8 times, 9 and 10 already booked. But yeah, Namibia is on the short list. Let's knock out a quick break. We'll come back and continue the conversation. That segment brought to you by John X Safaris and Rustic Reminders Taxidermy. You're listening to SCI's Lone Star Outdoor Show.
I tried to make it mend for everything that I've done wrong. My whole world just spins.
Hey guys, Cable here for Wood Cycle Country, where you can pick up the brand spanking new Can-Am Defender HD11. Comes with their most powerful engine ever, a 999cc inline 3-cylinder Rotax Ace engine. I don't know what all that means, but I know you'll get 95 horsepower, increased towing and cargo capacity. How about a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system that offers GPS and Bluetooth connectivity for music streaming? It's awesome. 15 inches of clearance and 12 inches of suspension travel. Just ask for Tyler when you head on in to Wood Cycle Country right there in New Braunfels, Texas. Cable here for Ducks Unlimited, the leader in wetlands and waterfowl conservation. I'm a proud member, and you should be too. Here's why. No organization does more to protect the habitat and conservation and research of the birds that we love and head to the marsh in pursuit of each fall. From a feathered rocket like a green-winged teal to the regal pintail or a fat mallard drake floating into the decoys. DU puts its money where its mouth is. For more info or to join a local chapter, which I highly recommend. I think I've been on the Dallas chapter for 15 years now. But you can find one close to you by just heading over to ducks.org.
These offerings stretch across the sky. These hallelujahs be multiplied. These hallelujahs be multiplied.
One of my favorites there from Need to Breathe, bringing us back on SCI's Lone Star Outdoor Show. Multiply, the name of that one. Cable Smith here with you, and we've still got Tyler Toney and the Purple Hoser Garret Hilbert from Dude Perfect here with us in studio. Well, actually, we're in their studio. And we'll continue the conversation in just a sec. This segment, though, is proudly brought to you by the Nosler AccuBond. Hard-hitting, deep-penetrating, massive wound channels. That's what you get with the AccuBond. And you can find it over at nosler.com. All right, picking it back up with Tyler, Garret, and Henry. And Tyler, you can answer this question. And it's something, I'll compare it to finding out very early on in my career that I didn't want to guide hunts. I did it for a while with turkey and ducks and decided that I was mixing work with it was turning something that I enjoyed into a job. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm just going to hunt for me. And you guys already have a camera in your face more often than not. So now you're going to have a cameraman following you around on all of your hunting trips? And I'm sure it's something that you've thought about, but are you at all concerned that you've turned this passion now into work?
I knew going into it that there would be an element to that because, like, even talking to all the golf creators, we love playing golf.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, well, why don't y'all start a Dude Perfect golf channel? And my hesitancy on that has been, number one, it's pretty saturated at this point. Number two, like, golf is one of the few things that I feel like we can just go out and enjoy and not have to be on camera or worry about any of that.
Yeah.
So I knew that was going to be an element of doing the DP outdoor stuff, but like my passion for that is so much more than golf and sports even that I'm willing to accept any of that comes with it.
Uh-huh.
But there is, like, when you're going out and you got to get up another hour earlier to get all the camera stuff ready and make sure the camera guys have got what they need and doing pickup interviews and making sure your mic's on and all that stuff. Like it's a little bit of a beating trying to capture all that stuff. And then especially if you're trying to get, good footage of an archery hunt, like passing on something because it's not on camera is tough. So there's an element to it where it makes it feel more like a job, but getting to have those moments, like especially with my boys, if we're filming like their first turkey or something, having that on film forever and being able to watch that and just have that for them to watch when they're 40 years old and look back on, I think that's priceless and worth all the extra effort that goes into it.
And what is your involvement? I know you said in the text this is Ty's baby.
Yeah.
But so are you going to have a camera following you around at some point?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
We're going, lobster diving. And then I'm taking my boy on a Alaskan fly fishing salmon trip.
Oh, nice.
That we're going to film in September. I mean, August.
Yeah.
So, we're going to start. It's kind of weird. The podcast studio we're in is kind of a lot on me and Sparky. Ty is kind of overseeing the outdoor channel. So, like, I think we all want to be involved in the outdoor. It's just like, time-based stuff is. So, try to go on as many as I can.
For sure.
But
what's on the bucket list? I mean, you're going back to Africa.
Yeah.
But you've already been there. So are you hunting anything different this year? And then you can answer this afterwards, but what about predators? Will you put predators on the outdoor page? Because that's a whole nother can of worms. Like, that's the low-hanging fruit for the anti-hunting community. Trapping, bear hunting, wolves, God forbid a lion or a leopard, and all that stuff. But, like, leopards, like, if there was any hunt I could do, like, money's not an object, leopards, like, at the top of the list.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm right there with you. I want to shoot a leopard. I think for the predator stuff, the answer to that, the short answer is no, we're not going to put that stuff on camera, at least for the first year, first couple years, again, because it just takes time to tell that story and the reason
you
behind
risk losing potential.
A lot of that. Yeah. But I mean, I shoot predators all the time. Like, that's part of owning a piece of property and keeping the animals in check. Like, we've got lower turkey numbers up where I'm at in Grayson County right now. And so I try and kill any bobcats and coyotes that I can out there. We got a ton of coyotes. And so that's all part of that, I think, just to put it on camera and put it out as a video without being able to really, like, dive into that is where you start to lose people. So that's probably why we won't do it in the first couple years of running this channel. It doesn't mean we don't do it personally. But, yeah, I mean, I think coming up, we're trying to do as many outdoor experiences as we can for these first couple years. So we're doing, like Garret said, we're going to Mexico. We're going to go dive for spiny lobsters, free dive for spiny lobsters at night, which neither of us have ever done, which I think will be really cool. We've got some chefs that are going to be there on site with us, so we'll be able to take – I'm trying to lean into the culinary aspect too, especially for this first year of, like, anything that we go and catch or kill or whatever, like showing –
Yeah,
like, hey,
eat it
like
on camera,
we're using this, and like also it tastes really, really good when you do it the right way, and it doesn't need to be like, it's not hard. It's just different. Like there's more of the process that you've got to do yourself to be able to enjoy it. So we're doing the lobsters. We're gonna go catch pythons in the Everglades coming up. Go do that.
Python cowboy or what?
Yeah,
Nice.
going with him. So I've never met him, but he sounds like he's the guy to do it with.
For
so
sure.
we're going out there with him. That'll be fun. We'll do Africa coming up in September. And then I want to do a bunch of collabs year 2, and just with people that are in the space, and try and like bridge some of that gap of like the negativity in the hunting world.
Mm-hmm.
And just do a bunch of collabs and experience other areas of the U.S. that I've never hunted before. I haven't hunted a ton outside of Texas. We've hunted Missouri and Oklahoma, and then Colorado, New Mexico, Montana for elk. But I mean, there's still a ton of stuff that I haven't done in the U.S.
So what's at the top of the bucket list then?
Moose was up until 2 years ago. And then after our Africa trip, I just couldn't wait to get back over there. I mean, there's just so many animals over there and so many cool just stuff that you never. I always explain it like it's like if every game animal in North America was in Texas,
right,
and you had no idea what was going to come out. That's what it's like being in Africa, and that's as somebody who grew up like I don't know. I just loved animals and the outdoors and like learning about them and what made them different.
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time I just thought like every African animal was the same, and they all kind of looked like antelope to some degree. And going over there and learning about them was really, really cool the first time. And then, I get home and watch 2 hours of YouTube videos of people hunting in Africa while I'm laying in bed, just like can't wait to get back over there. So, I don't know. I mean, I've been fortunate that I've been able to go on a bunch of different hunts and experience a lot of stuff, but never done any of the bighorn sheep.
Yeah.
Never done the mountain goat.
Mountain lion.
Yeah, mountain lion I think is really cool. Cody shot a mountain lion in Colorado, I think.
Nice. That's where I got mine.
Yeah, but just seeing like the dogs work, like I think that's a whole other piece of it too, is like I love dogs. So leaning into all the different kinds of dogs that are in the hunting space I think is really cool. Yeah. All the pointers and retrievers and tracking dogs and things like that. I mean, it's just amazing.
If that is something that you really like, I recommend trying to go on a dry ground mountain lion hunt. Yeah. Because then you will see a real houndsman.
Yep.
And those guys, I'm not besmirching the guys who can kill them in the snow.
Yeah.
That's not hard.
Yep.
You cut a track, you turn the dogs out.
Yeah.
Cat's treed more than likely in an hour.
Yeah.
You want to see something spectacular, watch a guy read a track, tell you, I think that track's 3 days old, so I'm not even going to put the dogs on it.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a fresh track. Let's cut the dogs loose. And
it's
like,
amazing.
and I could tell you right now if that's a tom or a the female.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It really is unbelievable. My grandpa, they grew up in West Virginia, like I said, and they had foxhounds.
Bear dogs, huh?
And they it was a sport. I mean, they would literally go let their dog. They didn't even kill the foxes. They would just let their dogs out, and they would go run them around, and they could tell which dog was in the lead by their bark, and then they would sell those foxhounds for crazy money back then. Yeah. But they're amazing animals. That's really cool to, I think, tell that story too to some degree.
And what's the top of your bucket list?
Probably moose. I didn't get to. I was supposed to go on the moose hunt, so probably moose would be at top of mine.
Yeah,
for sure.
I've shot 2 in Newfoundland, which is like subspecies. It's not as big as the Alaskan or Yukon, but as far as our family goes, that's our favorite wild game.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, Ty raves by.
My wife said, I mean, you had to buy another freezer for the thing.
Oh yeah.
And I think I shot it in 2018, and she was like, "When are you going to shoot another moose?"
Yeah,
and I was like,
"I'll get on that.
Say no more."
Yeah, I got you covered, baby.
Yeah.
Henry, what was your favorite thing you shot in Africa? You shot 6 things.
The blue wildebeest, probably.
Yeah.
Nice.
Black wildebeest,
Black
bro.
wildebeest, not blue. Sorry.
I haven't shot either, so that'll be on the list when we go back in September.
Mm-hmm.
We ate that though over there.
Oh yeah,
and it was really good.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite part too about being over there was
sable was my favorite.
Yeah, every night from the day before, something that we killed, the chefs would cook it up.
Yeah.
And it was like, dang, this is nuts.
It's
like,
unbelievable.
This
Did
tastes
you eat zebra?
unbelievable.
Yeah, we did eat
yeah.
zebra over there.
People
Yeah.
are like, oh, it's a horse.
Eland.
Well, horse is good then because zebra's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Eland lasagna, ostrich burgers, wildebeest,
Dude, it was all
pasta,
of it.
like
But the
everything we
wildebeest
had
pasta
over there
was
was unbelievable. I was like, this is incredible.
Oh, yeah. Henry would agree. Like, the culinary experience of that was...
Yeah, they know how to do it right, man.
Yeah. And this might be something you could lean into. What was your favorite thing you did in South Africa?
Going to like the school and like playing soccer with the kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
We did that as well. We didn't play sports with them, but we went to the local town,
Yeah.
dropped off meat,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
yeah. And so
Yeah.
this school that we went to is supported by hunters.
Yep.
And it's not like they're not taking a part of what the hunters paid on the safari and giving it to the school. The hunters are just making additional donations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Putting in a well, putting in a soccer field, buying the kids uniforms. Henry asked me, he's like, after we got done playing with these kids, he's like, Dad, there was this kid that was roughly his age. He was like, why is that boy playing soccer in like pink boots? The answer is because that's all he has.
Yeah.
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 But it was pretty eye-opening, I think, for him to go over there
It
and
is.
see that.
It's very
No,
eye-opening.
I
But
told
soccer transcends all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely want to lean into that while we're over there. I mean, we talking to Danny when he was up here planning our trip and stuff. One of the areas that we're going to hunt, there's a school that I told him, I was like, I really want to like, film that piece of it because I mean, we're trying to eliminate any negativity that you could possibly have like towards going over there and doing this. And he said the kids that go to this school maybe get protein once a month at home. And by us going over there and hunting, and obviously we're going to eat a bunch of the stuff that we kill, but there's going to be more than what we can eat while we're there. And being able to go take that to this school, he was like, that will be 2 months of protein that school can feed those kids. That's probably the only source of reliable protein that they get when they show up at school, which is again, people in the U.S. can't even fathom that. Where it's like, what do you mean you can go get whatever you want? Like, why would you need to worry about that?
Yeah.
So being able to like tell that story and share that, I think will be really cool.
They sang and danced whenever I brought
Yeah.
part of
Yeah,
my
they
buffalo
did the same.
over
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
It's like, okay, you hear about it. It's like, of course, nothing goes to waste in Africa, and it doesn't. But when you see the kids and the teachers literally clapping and dancing in appreciation of the meat, you're like, wow, this is pretty
And then
profound.
the guides taking everything from, the eyeballs to the just everything.
Oh, yeah. So you shot a fallow deer in
New Zealand?
I shot one in South Africa, and they're prolific all over the Eastern Cape. Introduced by the English in, I think, the late 1800s because they said African game tasted disgusting. So we need some of our own European stock here. Anyway, my tracker wanted the intestinal lining. And so we were going to field dress it. We had like a mile hike back to the truck. And so Carl's like, well, we can't field dress it because he wants... This guy put the 250-pound fallow on his shoulders, carried it all the way back to the truck because he wanted that intestinal lining.
Yep.
And then I said, so Carl, how did he cook it? He goes, the camp dogs ate it. It was on the fence.
Yeah. And
They pulled off the fence and ate it. He didn't even get to enjoy it
That's
after
tough.
he
Tough
carried
little
that thing.
250-pound.
Yeah, my guy did the same thing in New Zealand. It was crazy. I mean, up on top of this mountain, and he said that his dad used to carry him out this way, but he literally, like where you'd typically hang up a whitetail and cut to hang him like up on a hanger, did that and then cut the front legs and then put them through there and made like a backpack out of the deer and then put it on and then carried it half a mile out. I was like, this is, I've got videos of it. I'm like, this is just unreal. Like, that's crazy. That's just it's another way of life.
Yeah. One other thing you guys do, which I appreciate, is you don't shy away from your faith.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Bible verse?
Probably Jeremiah 29:11 is one that I go back to. People, whenever we're on tour, it's like we have our little pre-show VIP and stuff, and people always come through and they always ask us, so we get tired of answering the same questions, so we'll just come up with new ones. But I think Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, is probably one of my favorites. Just looking back on our history of, Dude Perfect and the plans that I thought that I had for my life and what I wanted to do or what I was capable of doing. And then it's like, nope, that's not the direction that you were going to go. This is the platform that I've given you to glorify me. And so, I don't know, it's been kind of a cool verse that I always go back to. And I think about just the last 16 years and what Dude Perfect has become and what any plans or dreams that we thought that it would be.
And what about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's so tough to just pick one. I mean, we all say like Ephesians 2:8-9, any of the Romans road, all that, but I'm just always go off like currently what I'm reading. In the summer it was the Psalms and was reading Psalm 100, really stuck out. Right now I'm reading Daniel, which is really cool to see, like King Nebuchadnezzar and just like how he like went away, but then God showed him his glory, and it was just like how he even like fell to his knees. So you can't go wrong with anything in the Bible. It's just kind of like, for me, I just always try to find something that I'm reading and really dive into that. Right now I'm reading Daniel, and it's really cool to watch even like Persian kings about the name of Jesus. So
yeah, our pastor was preaching from James yesterday, but he reverted back. I think it was to Daniel, because you mentioned Nebuchadnezzar, and it was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Daniel, yep.
Well, they're going into the fiery furnace, and they're like, God may save us, he may not. But
Yeah.
either way, we're going to glorify him,
Yeah.
and we're not bound down to you, bud. Go eat some grass.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
you would
yeah.
later on in life.
No, that's a great passage too, especially now because everyone's just, it's like, oh, if your God can save you, it's like, look, dude, we're not promised that He's gonna do, but
right.
we're not faltering for your false God either. So yeah, that is a cool verse.
Erin got us these things for Christmas. She got one for everybody, and I forget what it's called. What's it called, Henry?
A yappy bracelet. I
A
think.
yappy. And you just put your phone up to it, and then it gives you a scripture every day.
Oh, that's
cool.
sweet.
So a pretty cool way to if you're not reading the Bible every day, really immersing yourself into it. Well, I'm not
That
saying
will
a
tell
cheat
you.
code, but hey, okay, this is on my wrist. What's today's Bible verse?
That's cool.
That's been
They also
pretty
make
neat.
like a I don't know what it's called. They make like a screensaver or whatever,
Uh-huh.
an app, and every hour it will throw a new Bible verse
Oh, that's
on
cool.
your screen.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's cool. Technology could be used for some good,
Right. Yeah.
It's not all bad.
There's some good things in there.
Yeah. Well, God bless you both and y'all's whole crew and this new endeavor into the outdoor space. Like I said, I appreciate it with the platform that you guys have and what you're doing with that. And I think the future is bright for this project. So exciting stuff.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
having
Thanks
us,
for
dude.
being unapologetic about it.
Yeah.
And thanks for having us in studio.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
Henry.
Anytime.
Thank you.
So there they go. Tyler Toney and Garret Hilbert of Dude Perfect and now of Dude Perfect Outdoors. Genuinely great guys. Proud to call them friends and can't wait to see what the future holds for this new undertaking. That segment of the presentation brought to you by Armasight. Stop looking, start seeing with Armasight's full lineup of night vision and thermal optics, which you can find over at armasight.com. Unfortunately, we are out of time. Got to go. Got to get out of here. Thanks to Tyler, Garret, and Henry. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making this show possible. Thanks to you, the listener, for being a part of SCI's Lone Star Outdoors Show. Until next time, I'm Cable Smith saying y'all have a great week in the outdoors.